Hello everyone, this is Boiler and I welcome you back to Crusader Kings 3. This is episode 101. So once again I somehow managed to not record my voiceover. I don't know why. I really don't know, because I think I checked before I started recording, but somehow my recording software completely forgot about my microphone and went to some virtual microphone that I have for some reason. I don't know what the hell that happened there. So yeah, this is me recording my voice after the fact. So we are looking at Sicily here, because last time I realized that I made some mistake there. So this guy Duke Lamberto owns both Sicily and also Epirus, so which is obviously something we don't want, because Epirus is in Greece. We don't want some guy from Sicily to own that. We'll have to rectify this in this episode. The problem, of course, is that we will incur tyranny when we do that, but yeah, we'll have to deal with that at some point. So yeah, as you might have seen in previous episodes, when I have to do voiceover after the fact, it's always a little bit difficult, because I have to react to what I see on the screen, basically. And now I'm starting to lose weight, as you can see, because our character is obese. And for some reason in the last episode we couldn't take this decision. It was not available to us, but now it is. Why, I don't know, but probably we had some bug last time. So yeah, now we can lose weight, fortunately, because we want our guy to be around for some time. We are quite successful with him. He has a stable empire, so we don't want to risk him dying too young, and we'll probably go for the health perks once we have finished our martial tree that we are currently working on. So now we are taking a look at our greater empire. We still have a lot to do in the east. I mean, the whole of Greece, the rest of the Balkans there, and of course Turkey, the Levant, Egypt, all that stuff we still have to get. And now I'm looking how we can deal with our 2 above vassal limit that you might have recognized. So we have 2 vassals above limit, and we have the King of Scotland in the middle of Spain, and he doesn't own anything else. As you can see, that's all he owns, this little bit down there in the middle of Spain. So yeah, we are now going to see if we can just revoke his title. Now of course the chance isn't too great, and if he starts a revolt we'll have a problem, but I really want to get rid of him. He's fucking annoying there. So we'll have to see what we can do. Now of course granting him independence is also an option here. Now, of course, we will have a county in the middle of Spain that we no longer own, but you know what? I don't care, because we can reconquer that. Like, the King of Galicia will do that for us. Who knows? So I'm granting him independence. Now he's no longer our problem. And apparently he was our spy master for some reason. I didn't realize that. I mean, he's not a good spy master. He has only 15 intrigue, but apparently he was our spy master, so we are going to replace him in that capacity there. So yeah, we have now the King of Scotland in the middle of Spain, owning just 1 fucking county. So his days are numbered, basically. We'll have to deal with that later, but for now, the effect, of course, is that we have 1 less above the vassal limit, which was the goal here. So that is now dealt with. So we're looking around for, what we want to do here, basically. We're still above 1 above vassal limit. Now, of course, once we get to Egypt, we will be able to get a king installed there and get rid of these individual counties. Now, of course, I don't realize right now that I could just create the Duchy of Alexandria, basically. I will realize that later, because if I would create the Duchy of Alexandria, we would have 1 less vassal, of course, because we would have 1 duke instead of 2 counts. Now Pomerania, or no, Frisia is a fucking nightmare. I mean, just look at that. I don't know how that happened. It's a fucking nightmare. Really terrible border gore. We have a lot of that going on in our empire. I mean, I would really wish that Crusader Kings 3 would have some algorithms that would make stuff like that not happen because it's fucking terrible. Now I know that there was some border gore during the Middle Ages in Europe, but usually you wouldn't own land that was surrounded by land you don't own. So yeah, of course, this is possible if you are at peace with everyone in between, but most of the time you aren't. So owning land all over the place, not really that realistic in most cases, especially when it's land that's like all the way out, surrounded by some enemy culture, enemy faith or something like that. So I don't like that. Or at least make it optional, like build in an option that when there's a lot of border war going on, that basically the game grants these these counties to the rightful liege or something. I don't know. I just don't like border gore. So I don't know what I'm doing here right now. I'm just looking at some stuff. So I'm looking at my council. I'm trying to see if I can get rid of my steward because he isn't the best one we could have. But yeah, we are still making decent money. We have a huge treasury, so I don't really care too much. Now we are going to declare war on these two guys there because we want to complete that duchy. I'm just looking at troop strength, stuff like that, just to see if we can what we need to invest there. So he has 20,000, not a problem at all for us. But it's interesting that he has 20,000. That's mostly because of his ally that he has. So he has 5,000, something like that, and his ally has another 15,000 troops. That's the reason why, or 16,000 actually. So he has like 4,000. So that's the reason why he has such a big army. But that's not a problem. I mean, until these troops get there, it will take forever. They're coming like from Arabia or something. So until they get there, where the war is actually taking place, it all will be over. So for them, yeah, that's basically that. So we are now declaring war on these two guys simultaneously, as we often do, just to get all of these. Both of these wars out of the way as soon as possible. So I'm checking the situation in Greece to see where we wanna next fabricate a claim. So for that I already have a claim, so we don't need to fabricate there. But I'm looking where else we can or should fabricate a claim. Yeah, we can already the sure claim that. So we want to complete this stuff down there. Okay, Epirus. And then of course the Pope is down there. We want to get rid of him. We will want to see what claims we have on him. So we have a claim down there that I don't want to press because yeah, that will just lead to border gore. But yeah, we have some options there. So I'm fabricating a claim on the Pope. So we'll go after the Pope again, probably in the next episode. We'll not get to it in this episode, but we are preparing for that, and we'll probably go after him next episode. So I'm trying to find a rally point. Now that one is pretty close, but not close enough for my taste. And I really want to set the rally point in Croatia, but the problem is I don't have any left over, and I don't see where the fuck I have all my rally points. I mean, there are quite a few out in the field somewhere, but I don't see them. I don't find them. So as you see me scrolling around the map, just looking for rally points and not finding them. So that is yeah, that is a problem basically. Yeah, so I'm looking over in Africa. Now, of course, that one I will probably need, because there's some stuff I might want to conquer. Sorry, I'm a little bit tired. Because I plan to be in bed right now. I didn't want to fucking record another hour. But yeah, if you lose the voiceover, that's what you gotta do, isn't it? So I want to keep the rally points in Africa. So I'm looking around still. Yeah, I don't know where they are. I mean, there's just like 10 rally points, and I see like 5 or something like that. So I don't know what the hell is going on. Now, of course, this one is a pretty good one because we have 70,000 troops right there. But it's far inland, probably not needed. And I don't see the orange one, just in case you're wondering. The orange one there, up in Izora or what it is, I don't I don't see it. Yeah, Uzora is the county. Okay, the orange one right there, I don't see it. For some reason, because that would be the obvious one to yeah, get rid of and then do another one down there in Sadar. So yeah, whatever. We now have the Croatian army enhanced by our men at arms, and they're going after these two yeah, counts over there. Okay, that will be quite a quick war, obviously, because yeah, there's just two small armies there. As I said, the 16,000 from Arabia will probably never arrive on the battlefield, so this is really easy going for us. Now, the biggest problem I have right now is, yeah, smallpox. No, we had a smallpox case last episode, if you remember, so our court physician now tells us that this has resolved itself, so basically the smallpox is gone. At least he says that, but you will see in a few moments. Or maybe a few moments more. So we have a martial perk. We'll obviously take envelopment because we want to just fill out that tree. Now we have our first battle there, and it was a really quick one, as you can see. So that's already dealt with. No, this is not an enemy army over there. I'm just checking who those guys are, but they're not enemies, so they're not a problem. And yeah, as you can see now, we have smallpox again. Now this time it's my granddaughter Inga who has smallpox. So yeah, we thought we were out of the woods, but as you can see, we are not. So we're trying to catch the other army there from Tonor. Try to get to them. And yeah, we managed to capture them. So now we have already won one war because we grabbed a valuable hostage there. So that's dealt with. And yeah, Tonor is now ours, and we're granting this to someone because we are now again above the domain limit. Now we have to lay siege to Barony, or how? Barony, yeah, Barony is called. So we have to lay siege to that, but we're still trying to figure out if we can. Who do we want to give this to? So basically, this will be a duchy. And yeah, we will give this to someone new. Yeah, this is part of Hungary. We'll probably never conquer the entirety of Hungary, so we'll have to figure out who we will give this to. Probably we'll give this to the Kingdom of Arab or something like that, because that will make a nice little kingdom up there. That will not be too powerful. If we give it to Croatia is already pretty powerful, so we don't want to give it to them. Now, of course, I have to reset the filters, as I always have to do in every fucking episode. I don't know why the game can't remember my settings. I don't know if this is now possible in newer versions. I don't know. But, yeah, we'll see once we finish this run and probably start the next one. So we'll have all the updates and DLC then, and maybe it will remember those settings then. I don't know. So, County of Tonor, I granted this to someone. Now we have a schemer that is scheming against my sister Adela. We will call him a wild fiend, and that's that. Yeah, okay, so we are now laying siege to Barania. Of course, had an incredible raid because we have incredibly strong men at arms and all the latest technologies and stuff. So this will go fast, and then we'll have won the second war, and the Arabian troops are nowhere to be found. Yeah. So as I said, they take so long to get here that they will not really interact with us in any meaningful way. And now the smallpox has finally gone away. So this time for real. So we have swayed one of our vassals there, and we'll have a look at that. So he is at plus 100, we no longer need to sway him. But we have a few candidates there, as you can see, that don't like us too much, that are in the category of powerful vassal. I mean, we have quite a few guys with troop strength over 30,000, over 20,000. We have one vassal with 55,000 troops. That is quite scary. I mean, now of course we have won this war as well. We'll force our demands, and that's that. Yeah, now we'll have to give this away to someone as well. Yeah, I'm still checking for where I want to give this, and yeah, do I give this to this guy? I think I will. Yeah, I will probably give it to the Kingdom of Rob once I have that title as well, because the Kingdom of Hungary is a little bit too big for my taste right now. We have other priorities. Hungary was not part of the Roman Empire, so we'll probably not. Yeah, well, at least not for long, and not in its entirety. So we'll probably not go after that. So yeah, just give this to someone. I'm trying to figure out who to give this to. So this guy, yeah, we'll give it to him, probably. Yep, give it to him. Grant, and that's that. Okay. Yeah, I'm checking on the other guy over in the Duchy of whatever. Duchy of Visegrad. We'll see what claims we have there, but I will not press this Baron's claims because I don't know what the effects will be. Maybe this territory will then belong to his liege or something like that. I don't want to do that, so we'll make a claim if we want to go back there. So now we're looking at Hellas. Hellas owns some stuff that we want, specifically Epeiros. So I'm just checking which will be the cheapest option here. The cheapest option will be the county option, because we only need the county. We already have the duchy, so we don't need to get that. I'm checking here because I wasn't sure, but yeah, we have the duchy, so we only need the county, which is the cheapest option we can get. Yeah. No problem there. They have a very small army, so we can do that with local troops. And again, now this time I probably see the orange one. Don't I see the orange one? Yeah. Let's go to the orange one. Yes, get rid of that. So we make another rally point down in Greece, because we'll need that a lot actually in the next few years and decades. So I'm setting a rally point down there. Now we'll raise the local troops. There will be plenty enough to deal with that little war that we have over there. So we can complete the Duchy of Epeiros, or Epirus. So yeah, we lost a friend. Now, of course, the problem is with this game, I believe it's better with all the updates and DLC, but in this version that we're playing, friends are fairly uninteresting. You have them, and, well, that's about it. And when they die, you get some stress. So, yeah, I really hope to play this game in its current state at some point, where all of these things will be fleshed out a little bit. Now, this guy has a lot of wars going on, as you can see, and well, in the original recording made fun of his headgear. So the despot of Hellas. Yeah, renewal of patronage after 5 years. The funds I set aside for the patronage of my court poet Marquardt have run out. I can now choose whether or not to renew my patronage for another 5 years, or to let him go. Now, of course, we want to have that supporting religious art, because that gives us a nice bonus, and we can easily afford the cost. So we'll obviously do that. So we have an option to sway the good king. We can praise him at the cost of some prestige, but we have a lot of prestige, so it's not a problem. That's just the cost of 3 months worth of prestige there. So no, that's a no-brainer. Obviously, we'll do that to get some sway progress there. So the problem now with Hellas is pretty big. So we did siege the target county, but yeah, this only gave us 14% war score. So we now have to siege more of their territory to drive the war score up. And since they already fight 2 other wars, we will not be able to face their armies, basically. So my son Thomas comes of age. I'm now checking where in the succession line he is. He's really far back. He's like the 5th son, so he will not be inheriting anything. So we'll get him a wife. That's about it, okay? So again, I have to reset all the filters, which is really annoying. But yeah, it is what it is. We are used to that, aren't we? Yeah. Yeah, I have quite a few sons. We have 6 children. All of them lived, which is pretty interesting. Now, I feel like the survival rate of the children in this game is really a little bit too high. I mean, of course, if you were born to a noble house with a lot of money and all the stuff, so you would have a better survival rate than if you were poor, born to a poor family or peasant family. But still, I believe the survival rate was lower than what we see here in the game. So I would really like to see more premature deaths, like more child deaths, more complications during birth, more children that just don't make it to the adult age. That will make things a little bit more interesting, because I don't really fear to lose my heir, because most of the time they'll make it. So it's really once you have a son, you're basically set, okay? And as soon as you get a second child, it doesn't really matter if it's a son or a daughter, but as soon as you get a second child, you're like ensured that you will your line will continue. So yeah. They could have made this a little bit more realistic and thus more interesting, but yeah, it's alright. It's not a real big issue. So I took some time there to find him a wife. I finally found one, and yeah, let's continue with this war that drags on quite a bit, actually. So we still have a lot of prisoners that we can ransom right there. I mean, we don't really need the money, but, well, every bit money that we have, maybe we can use it at some point. I don't know. If you remember the last succession, we had to pay off a lot of vassals. We also had, in the last civil war, we basically hired every mercenary company that we could find. And if we ever get another civil war, and you have seen how powerful our vassals are, I mean, there's quite a bit of vassals that can muster, if just like 6 of them band together, they can muster as many troops as we can, even more. So it's quite scary, actually. So yeah, we are running out of counties that we can siege, because as I said, Hellas has 2 other wars that it currently fights. So the problem is, so what do we have? I'm in the middle of a nightly ritual in honor of the Horned God, when there's sudden noise behind me. A burglar, a visitor, an assassin. As I twist around, I find myself face to face with my vassal queen Ute, dressed up in a dark cloth adorned by the unmistakable mark of the Horned God. A classic outfit for conversions. So yeah, if you remember a few episodes back, we were trying to convert every vassal we had to witchcraft, and it seems that paid off a little bit. We have quite a few witches among our vassals. I probably at some point have to go at that again and try to convert some guys. I'm currently just too busy with swaying people, because we really need these powerful vassals on our side, especially if we want to incur tyranny, to fix some border gore here and there. So I really really need to spend my time right there and can't really do much about the whole converting everyone to witchcraft stuff. But yeah, so King Marquardt is swayed. That means we can search for another or look for another vassal to sway. So we're going after King Iowa III because he has a pretty low score, and you can see he has like 36,000 troops, which is pretty crazy. So yeah, our vassals are becoming incredibly powerful, right? Which means there's ever so much more danger to the stability of the empire in case of civil war. Yeah, and we're winning siege after siege, but as you can see, we're running out of counties because there's 2 other armies running around sieging everything. So we have the claim on the Pope, which is great. The Pope, yeah, we have kicked him out of Rome a long time ago, but we are still not done with him. The Pope has to go. After all, we are consorting with the devil, which means we need to get rid of sons of God's representative on Earth. We have to get rid of that guy. So we want to establish a hellish Satan worshipping kingdom. That would be really cool if we could do that. Basically, like, we are devil worshippers, a lot of our vassals are devil worshippers, and if we can get rid of the Pope, if we could just like establish like a papacy of our own that worships the devil, that would be really cool. So yeah, I'm back to looking at my prisoners there, but we will not release them because we probably need them to keep the war score high. As you can see, we are now going up ever so slightly. We are now at 78%, but we still have a lot of sieging to do there. And the problem is there's like 2 to 3 castles in every goddamn county here, which is really annoying. But yeah, no, this is not an army that interests us. Just checking if that is an enemy army, but it is not. So I'm looking at the kingdoms in Greece. There's quite a lot of small kingdoms actually, and in Greece. Yeah. Yeah, we want that. We want all of that. So, Jesus. Young mediator. There was a commotion among the children today. Hildeburg was attempting to preach among her fellow youngsters and became the target of a small fight. Constantius intervened and managed to stop the fight before anyone got hurt. So, he can keep calm, which is a good trait. Diplomacy, intrigue, stress loss. Then, of course, he could get brave, which is an even better trait because martial prowess, attraction opinion, and vassal opinion +5. I mean, +5 with all vassals. That is pretty powerful. So that is really something to consider. Zealous, for our purposes, less so. And calm, yeah. It's a good trait. It's really a good trait, but I think we would be better off with brave there. And he is in line for succession, okay? I mean, he's the son of our heir, so basically, he will be the ruler after the next one that we will play. I'm going to check that right now. As you can see, he's like, where is he? There is he. Okay, Constantius. So he is third in line. He is the son of our heir, and we will probably at some point play him. So we really need to make sure he gets the best traits that he can get. So, and finally, we have won this war against Hellas, and we can now complete our Duchy of Epirus right there. So we own already quite a bit of Greece there. And that means Greece and the Balkans will fall. There's no question about that. So I'm now checking the guy from Sicily again. I really want to get rid of these titles of his there. The Duchy of Epirus and the County of Aetolia. I don't want him to own that. So the question, of course, is what can we do about it? How are we doing? We have a few vassals that worry me. If we incur another 20 tyranny, we are at minus 12 right now. We also are at -19 offensive war. So there's still a little bit of a problem there. We need to wait for a little bit if we don't want to trigger unhappiness or yeah, among our vassals basically. So we discovered probably our last fascination for this game, the condottieri, or however they're called. So this is a duke, will not go to his feast. So let's see, the Swains condottieri, yeah, that's the right name. So we discovered that fascination, and that's that. We will probably not get another one. Heresy, Mandians in Chamilit. We can't really do much about that. What twisted mockery of faith is this? Okay. So now we have two rulers embracing this heresy, but we can't really do anything about it because they're not our direct vassals. So we can't force them to convert, which I find pretty interesting, that we cannot do anything about it. And we are the most powerful guy in the world, and we can't go to a vassal of our vassal and say, hey, you are Catholic. Or we can't instruct our vassal to convert his vassal or something like that. So now I'm getting rid of all the prisoners there to get some money and well, just to empty out the prison a little bit. And we get a crusade. A papal envoy has reached my court bringing news from the Vatican. Pope Sergius issued a call to arms to all righteous Christian rulers. As a Catholic Kaiser, I'm expected to prepare my men in support of this most holy cause, sponsored by the Universal Church itself. To all those who will take the fight against the vile infidels desecrating the holy grounds of Moldavia, the Holy See promises full absolution from all sins and a guaranteed place in heaven. Yeah, of course, we got another crusade. Yeah, that's cool and all. But it's a dumb place, man. Moldavia of all places. Yeah, we are now trying to find a beneficiary. In case we will be the main contributor of this crusade, then we'll be able to get another Geraldonen on a throne. So we are now sorting by age. We want someone who is young, and we have some candidates right there. We have Adam Geraldonen. He's not related to us as far as I can see that. Then we have Andreas Geraldonen, the same. Then we have, of course, Prince Thomas and Prince Humbert of Rome, two of our sons that will probably most likely not ever inherit our throne. And of course, if they would, it would not be a bad thing. So because, well, the more titles they already have, when they inherit the throne, the better. But anyway, so we are trying to figure out which one would be better suited right there, and I finally settled on Prince Humbert of Rome, in the hopes that he will be the king of Moldavia once we're done with this crusade. But yeah, I take my time to figure that out. He's not good in stewardship. He's really good in everything else, but he's not good in stewardship, which is the one thing that keeps me from just clicking him. But in the end, I will still choose him. Yeah, there's more princes. Prince Hardwin. So I have like 5 sons to choose from. Well, of course, one is our heir, and then the other 4 I can choose between. But yeah. So let's click on Prince Humbert and be done with it. Let's click it. I just can't decide. The below 10 in stewardship just irritates me too much. So that's dealt with. Maybe I should have just donated gold. Yeah, whatever. Now I'm wondering what that check mark there does, and I realized that I should have checked this every time, probably, when we had a crusade, because that just ensures that our guy will be on the throne if we are the main contributor. Because apparently you can't be the main contributor and your guy still gets overruled if there's a more popular one or something like that. So yeah, I make sure that if we are the main contributor, we will get that title or for our beneficiary. That's basically the idea here. So yeah, I'm trying to find out where the hell that crusade will go. It will go over there at the north shore of the Black Sea, basically. Yeah, I still have some prisoners, as well as a martial perk, and yeah, we'll of course get sappers, which is great because it will give better siege progress. And I still haven't realized that I still have an army in the field. I didn't disband that, as you can see. Now I'm realizing it. Okay, now the army is gone. Okay, yeah, that's that. We are fabricating claims down there. Then we have another feast invitation that we will turn down because we are trying to lose weight, and every feast that we go to will not help with that, basically. Yeah, I'm just checking on decisions, what could we do, but there's really not much interesting going on right there, so we'll just ignore that for now. And yeah, just go on with life, basically. And another feast, and we will still not go. We'll only go to kings, no one else, just kings. Yeah, that's the way it is. So I'm checking on my vassals to see. Yeah, she's really powerful. Queen Ut of West Francia. So West Francia is really fucking scary. I mean, just look at that monster. Okay, I mean, it's not huge, but it's pretty big, and she has a lot of troops. So this is really a scary one. If we ever get on the wrong side of West Francia, we'll have a problem. Now, of course, this will be our focus. If we have a succession, we'll have to focus mainly on West Francia first, because that's the biggest one. So we have some banditry there going on in the county of Aetolia because of our taxation. But I don't know where that is. I think it's in Greece somewhere. So yeah, I'm just checking on the crusade there. And we finally lost Obese, and hopefully it will not come back. So Duke Arnulf converted to Swabian. No, from Swabian to Lombard. That's not what we want to see. Oh, that I remember just that we probably need to check on culture conversion in Italy. We were working on that. I'm currently not sure if we're still doing that. I'll have to check. Next episode, of course, because I'm recording after fact. After fact, I can't do it right now. So I'm checking on a few contracts here that apparently we could change, but I don't see a reason to. And our character is obese again. Servant of honesty, I was shocked when I caught Peter trying to steal from the travel chest of the visiting Duke, but he confessed he had thought he could get away with it, but now knows it was wrong. So, honesty is of course a good trait, so we can keep honest, which is good for diplomacy, but it's terrible for intrigue, so we probably don't want that. Now that is our third in line. He will probably not be ruler, but there's a slight chance. If we lose the third one there, then he might get a chance at the throne, so we'll still try to make it good. So now, of course, if we can get him the humble trait. Humble is fantastic, okay? That is probably one of the best traits you can have as a ruler, so let's give him that, if he will ever be a ruler. So our claim is fabricated on Cephalonia, and we want that duchy over there at the coast, so we'll now go for checking on what kinds of claims we already have. Yeah, nothing really that we can can make use of. So we are going to fabricate more claims, and this time on that little bit up there in Hellas. Now, of course, we have a truce currently with Hellas. We'll have to see about that, but probably at some point we can declare war again. So I'm trying to sway another guy over there, but yeah, I just realized that probably we need to sway the other guy, because we already swayed King Albrecht, and then we have King Mark, how is he called? King Marquardt has a lower opinion, and we haven't swayed him yet, so he's probably the better candidate, so I switched that. Okay. Arranged marriage. No, this is a little bit odd because they already are married. I just try to figure that out here. So I clicked on the message because there it said betrothed can marry. So I like, yeah, okay, I want to marry them, but apparently they already are married, which is a little bit irritating. But yeah, there's probably an overlapping of some kind right there. So. Yeah, we have prisoners we could or criminals we could imprison, but yeah, the King of Croatia, I don't know why I would imprison him. I mean, we don't get anything from it. If we could revoke some titles and stuff from him, if we do that, that would be great, but we can't take the tyranny. So there's really not much to it, and the other ones there is just basically, if I would need money, I could do it, but I don't need money, so I will just leave them alone. Okay, now I realize that there's a lot of titles I could usurp that I didn't realize. So we can get the Kingdom of Pomerania, which obviously I will get. I'm just checking on who in my empire will be eligible to receive that. Yeah, we can get the Kingdom of Pomerania, and we have this guy, Duke Siegfried of Meissen. He's actually a Geroldoran, so that's not bad. He's a Catholic Swabian, so he's everything we need him to be, which is great. So we are going to usurp that title and give it to him. Even though we have a lot of border gore going on up there, as you can see, this looks absolutely horrific. But yeah, we are going to do that anyway. If I have done all my checks I want to do. So Kingdom of Pomerania, grant him this title. Thank you. So we have another king up there. Yeah, we can't really do much about that. So, what else? Then we have the petty kingdom of Gulabinsluck. Gulabinsluck, whatever that is. It's in Scandinavia. Yeah, so petty kingdom, of course, that is just the duchy. And the problem is it's owned by the guy that is sitting in Denmark down there. So, yeah, it's not really ideal because he owns all the land directly. He doesn't have any vassals there, okay? It's just all land he owns directly. So if we give him the duchy up there, he will have two duchies basically, which is not ideal. But we're still doing it. We'll certainly have an opportunity in the future to get the other bit away from him there and give that to someone else. That opportunity will probably present itself at some point. Okay. Yeah. So I have a fly in my office, god damn it, a really fat one. It's driving me crazy. But yeah, I hope we'll get away there. There are other rooms you can get into. Jesus Christ. But yeah, of course, mine is the only one with a light on, so it's flying around my head and around the lamp above my head. So yeah, I'm still trying to figure out who to give this damn duchy title to, but in the end I will give it to the guy from Denmark. No, I can't give it to him. Yeah, give it just to this guy, Duke Wolfgang of Cheeland. Give it. Be done with it. Yeah, probably not a good idea, but anyway, I did it, and that's it. He can rule the high north. Okay, so yeah, we have some bit of Rome over there, as you can see. Rome is all over the place. We have Rome everywhere. I'm just waiting for some part of Rome to plop up in India, basically. It's crazy. So Alexandria, I could create that. It would lower our vassal count. But the problem is the guy who owns Alexandria is currently at war, so I can't usurp it until he has finished his war. Yeah, and we have another infidelity thing here, and I'm just checking if I can imprison, because I don't want to take the piety hit. I mean, we could afford it. We don't really need our piety for anything, but at the end of the day, why squander it if we don't need to? So I'm just checking if her family could be any trouble to us. It doesn't look like it, so we'll just imprison her, and that's that. So there's a lot of stuff going on over in Hellas, as you can see. There's a lot of fighting and sieging and stuff. Yeah, but at the end of the day, we want that. I don't care who else is interested in that land. It will be ours. It will be part of Rome again, as it should be. Yeah, okay. Checking on my patriarch. He's actually pretty good, but he still takes a lot of time to create that claim up there, over there. Child of my dynasty, Kunigunde. Yeah, now we have a Kunigunde. I always wanted to have a Kunigunde in our dynasty. So that's like a freaking awesome name, Kunigunde. So we have some more. Oh, Deus Vult, the Crusade for Moldavia. Deus fucking Vult, yeah. I clicked that away pretty fast. Yeah, now you see what's the deal here. So they have very few soldiers, like 22,500, so that's nothing. If we just raise the Croatian army, that will be more than enough. Will be more than a match for them. Now, of course, to get it over there, it's quite a bit of ways from our place. So we'll have to see if we can get there in time. Let's merge these boys, and then we'll have like 30,000 troops in one army. That will be enough. So send them over there to the capital of the enemy, and as you can see, they take the sea route, which of course is longer, but it will still be fast because they don't have to go over mountains and stuff. So though I will surely see many battlefields before I meet my maker, my library holds tales of war from 100 lifetimes. I've recently acquired a tome of the Great Battle of Tours, as well as a time-worn scroll written in some ancient language. Who knows what forgotten secrets it holds. Now I look at my learning skill there. So the newer tome will just give me studied an old battle for 10 years, which is great, +1 martial. And the other one is actually better, but it's only 85% chance. So at the end of the day, because we don't really need the bonuses that badly, I just go for the safe bet there, so I'll get something out of it. And that's that. So we have a dynasty legacy, and then we'll go with assertive rulers, because short reign duration, -20%, that is great. If we have a succession crisis, short reign duration reduced, that is of course fucking fantastic. So it's a fifth less, and will hopefully it will help with stability after succession, so we don't have to wait for so long before we can do stuff that will upset our vassals. Now, as you can see, we are a little bit late to the party, so our troops are coming up on the crusade target, but the other crusaders are already there. They're already laying siege to the city. They're already doing battle, and yeah, we are just a little bit too late because the siege, as you can see, the siege started just the moment before we got in there. So the so we got the other claim that we tried to fabricate down there. So because we didn't start the siege, we don't get the yeah, as you can see by the color of the county, we don't get the county. So we are now trying to alleviate that by laying siege to other counties, as many as possible, as fast as possible. But yeah, we were a little bit too late here. We should have been here sooner. But yeah, other contributors probably were just closer than we are. That's probably the case. So yeah, we are doing the best we can. Probably we should have to donated some money. Maybe that would have helped. I don't know. We're looking at the Crusader. Yeah. King Marquardt is swayed. We'll continue doing that because we still want more points with him. So yeah, the sieges are going fast. The problem is the other Crusaders have large armies in there as well. They're also able to siege pretty fast. So I'm just trying to get as much as I can before the crusade ends. But as you can see, the war score is already going up pretty fast because there's armies all over the place sieging the shit out of Moldavia. So yeah, it's difficult. Maybe if I had sent over 2 armies, but yeah, that would have been a little bit excessive. I mean, our one army is more powerful than the entirety of Moldavia, and as you can see, the other Crusaders sent over even more soldiers. So yeah, it would have been very excessive. So we're trying our best, but it's just it will not be enough, as you can see in a moment. So we have a changing mind. Constantius has been asking me for a sewing kit for a long time, and I told him I would get one for him in 3 months if he displays more focus in his studies. So what a king wants with a sewing kit, I don't the fuck know, but anyway. He simply waved my offer away, saying he does not really care about that anymore. Yeah, so let's see what he can get here. So we can get content, which is not good. And trusting. Trusting is also not good, but yeah, it's actually great for vassals. I mean, plus 15 with vassals, that's actually not too bad. And he will be a Kaiser at some point. Now again, the stress level, because I gave him, I choose the option where I will get some stress from teaching him, and we also at the same time won the crusade, so it's got a little bit of stuff going on at the same time. So we'll have to deal with the stress. We'll have to have a look at the crusade. Okay, so mental break, dark thoughts. Guilt and shame have been plaguing me as of late. All of my sins, my flaws, my failings, these dark thoughts distract me from responsibilities, keep me awake at night. I feel I must do something to put an end to this mental anguish, but what could I possibly help? Yeah, we'll have a look at that. And as you can see, in the crusade we are rank 2, so our guy did not get king, he is only duke. Okay, which is not good, but anyways, it is what it is. So we will not be drinking, of course. That's one option. Maybe a couple of drinks will help. We'll not do that one. We will not be strong and resist these impulses, because it will give us even more stress, and we want our guy to survive. So we will be donating to charity. That will be the best option. It will reduce our stress, and we can easily afford the 500 gold. So now I'm improvident as well. Wrath of the Cross. St. George has granted King Tonor victory in the crusade for Moldavia. After defeating Count Alexios and his heathen warriors on several occasions, our warriors forced the enemies of the faith to admit their ignominious defeat. With the occupied lands firmly under the leadership of a pious Catholic ruler, we can rest assured that the divine will of St. George has been enacted. This is a glorious day for all true followers of the cross. And as you can see, the king Convoyon got the kingdom of Moldavia, so our guy just got a duchy, which is not good, but it is what it is. Yeah, we were at least second place, at least that. Okay, prisoners can be ransomed again, so we'll get some money there. We'll have a problem there because he's already considering our offer. We'll have to wait, and we still have armies in the field again. Why do I not release them? Yeah, a new kingdom with the establishment of a proper Catholic king in Moldavia. The faithful can find rest, knowing that Saint George is smiling upon our good works. The fact that the new ruler of Moldavia belongs to my dynasty is only further proof of our divine favor. So he's still of our dynasty at least, so we can live with that. He's still a Geraldoran. So I'm demanding payments there. I don't know why I can. Oh well, I have hooks. Okay, I have hooks. That's why I can demand payment from them. So yeah, I get a little bit of money from these two vassals, and that's that. And now I'll have another look at Sicily, I think. Yes, I will have another look at Sicily. And yeah, now I will revoke his title. I feel safe enough to do that right now. I have a pretty good standing with my vassals, so we'll just do it. And I'm no longer a beast. I'm really happy about that. I see no choice, so he accepts the revoke title, and we'll give him some money so he can. Yeah, he isn't too angry with us, so we'll just give him some money. So, I mean, he's not a worry. He doesn't have many troops. It's not a problem. So I'm now trying to figure out who I will give this land to, or these titles to. So there's a Count Goran Slovic of Nicopolis. He is he's not a Greek. He is a Serb. Yeah, he's a Serb. So the other one is a Greek, which makes sense because this is Greece. Okay, so try to give it to him. But on the other hand, I really want to get my Catholic Swabians in everywhere. So I'm really trying to figure out what I want to do here. I do have one county down there that I can totally give away because it's currently my own. So I'm giving this to the future Duke of Epirus. Now the problem of course is Epirus is the northernmost county right there, and Aetolia is not the duchy capital, but I'm still going to give this to the Count of Aetolia. So I will get someone to rule Aetolia, and will also give him the Duchy of Epirus, you know. So I'm just trying to figure out which one. Yeah, that one looks promising, doesn't he? Heinrich Geraldoran, just give it to him. Yeah. So grant this title. Just click on it. Jesus, sometimes I take a really long time deciding stuff, don't I? So yeah, that looks nice. And then of course he will be the king of Epirus as well, once we get the whole thing. And as you can see, there's quite a few kingdoms in there. So Greece has a very great many small kingdoms. Maybe I'll just make a kingdom of Greece or something like that, and just put a few of those together. I will see. We'll get Athens at some point, and maybe I'll just make a kingdom of Greece and we'll center that in Athens. I think that will be a good idea. Because we can't have too many vassals. We need to consolidate those guys a little bit. Yeah, we can't have really small kingdoms. We need to have big ones. Now, of course, these are more dangerous, but yeah, anyway. So I'm looking at the east of the map. As you can see, there's a lot of stuff we still need to conquer. We didn't do too much in this episode. It was a busy episode, but we didn't really get to conquer much land. It was really just peanuts, and we have played 5 years, so we only have 50 left before the game is over, and we have yeah, we have quite a bit to go, quite a bit that we need to get. So yeah, I'm talking about that here. Yeah, we'll get those coastal counties next time, along with the duchy title that goes with it. We'll try to get more stuff in Greece. We'll probably have a shot at Egypt down there. We'll have to go up against Jerusalem. So yeah, we are still busy. We are still busy, and of course we'll have another shot at the Pope, our mortal enemy, our nemesis, the Pope. Of course, we drove him out of Italy, but he's still not done. He is still around, and he has a lot of money. But anyway, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, please leave a like below. Be back next time for more Crusader Kings 3. Also, consider subscribing to the channel if you have not done so yet. And yeah, until next time, I wish you all the best. Have a great time. Be safe. Stay healthy. Bye.